Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bronx Arts and Science Charter School Lottery. My name is Mr. Ballack, and I'm the Executive Director for the school. Bronx Arts and Science Charter School, we are home of the Bronx Beavers. We serve students in pre-K up until 7th grade. So before we conduct our lottery, I wanted to give an introduction, an overview of our school. I also want to share some facts about charter schools, the lottery procedure and the process, as well as the next steps to follow after the lottery, which is the critical part. So let's watch this short video capturing the growth and success story of I Learn Schools, which began with one school over 18 years ago in North Jersey.
Behind every new success story is a journey of learning experiences and a vision for an even brighter tomorrow. At our schools, we believe that passion, purpose, and positivity combined can help each individual and team to achieve never-ending progress. Through focuses in science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math, along with an emphasis on character development and life lessons with real-world application in mind. I Learn Schools is driven to prepare students academically, socially, emotionally, and behaviorally for college, meaningful careers, and inspired living. After opening its first campus in 2007 with 372 K-3 students in Garfield, New Jersey, I Learn Schools has steadily expanded to now serve more than 5,000 students in total across 5 districts and 14 campuses throughout Bergen, Passaic, Patterson, and Hudson, New Jersey, as well as the Bronx, New York. The Bronx Arts and Science Charter School opened in August of 2019, and we are proud to have grown to serve students in New York. Students at I Learn Schools have shown great growth as well in both ELA and math on state tests over the past 12 years. As a result of its academic success, I Learn's Bergen Arts and Science Charter School saw 98% to 100% graduation rates, where we see students admitted to 2 or 4-year colleges and universities. A student from Bergen Arts and Science Charter High School was even selected as one of New Jersey's 2 delegates to the 2016 United States Senate Youth Program. In 2019, Everett MacArthur became our first student to be accepted into an Ivy League school, Columbia University. Overall, Bergen Arts and Science Charter High School ranked 3rd best charter school in New Jersey according to niche.com. Furthermore, for 2 consecutive years, the school was recognized as one of New Jersey's top 50 performing high schools according to the U.S. News and World Report. In addition to being ranked 39 and then 47th in the state in 2018 and 2019 respectively, Bergen Arts and Science Charter High School is also ranked 1,077 out of almost 20,000 high schools across the entire nation and earned 2 consecutive silver medal awards. Opportunities do not end as the school day concludes, as students can become active members of the school through established athletics programs or by participating after school or during the summer in I Learn Academy. Extracurricular activities include school plays, musicals, spelling bees, art fairs, dances, and heritage festivals. I Learn Schools teaches students not only how to react in a rapidly changing 21st century world, but to be proactive in positively shaping the future. From Science Olympiad and Math Counts to Student Government and Model United Nations, I Learn Schools offers its students a wide range of opportunities to pursue unique interests and to develop leadership skills. By providing so many roads to choose from for finding success, I Learn Schools help students discover direction for making a positive and profound impact for life. exactly what I want. And so I fully believe in public school education. I'm more than that. I also want to say that it is a place for private schools. It is a place for charter schools. It is the education continuum. It's much needed. And I will not deter or prevent the development of such schools as long as it works with kids who need education here for us. Here is a different goal for the state of
They serve the purpose of distinct programs or mission to provide high-quality based education in a digital learning environment.
At the end of the day, this school will be a step for education institutions, not only here in the Bronx, but across the city. I believe in the foundation. All students deserve quality education.
We are grateful to have this successful educational model here in the Bronx. We are committed to our goal of providing a high quality public charter education to our families, no matter the zip code. The mission of iLearn Schools is to provide a high quality STEAM based education in a digital learning environment to empower students to meet and surpass grade level standards and succeed in college and careers. This is our founding team for the Bronx Arts and Science Charter School, as well as our board members. Our school board is reflective of the community we serve. Our board members have extensive background in education, finance, community outreach, governance, public safety, and security. I also want to take a quick, brief moment just to talk about what charter schools are. Charter schools serve all students. Charter schools are publicly funded, tuition free, open to all students. We serve students who are English language learners, students with disabilities, students who are economically disadvantaged. There's no selective admissions. There's no screening. There's no interviews. The reason we are conducting this lottery is because we have received more applications than the seat available. Charter schools are held accountable to state federal standards as a public school system. Charter schools also administer state exams. They go through a periodic review. They submit annual reporting and performance framework to the state ed. I also, by law, would like to read the non-discriminatory statement. iLearn Schools does not discriminate in its admission policies or practices. Admissions is by blind lottery. That means no test scores, grades, recommendations, or behavioral histories will be taken into consideration during the application process. Enrollment is open to every child on a space available basis, regardless of race, religion, disability, intellectual, academic, or athletic ability, English proficiency, or any other basis that would be illegal in district schools. iLearn Schools admission policy is to seek the enrollment of an authentic cross section of the community's school age population to the maximum extent practicable, including socioeconomic and academic factors. I also want to remind our families that applications for enrollment must be completed digitally, which we call I-enroll, within 5 business days following the lottery date. But by 3 p.m. on Friday, April 12, 2025. Enrollment documents are due within 2 weeks after the lottery deadline. Acceptance alone does not guarantee your child's seat. You must complete and return all enrollment documents by the specified deadline. This includes health records, birth certificates, immunization records, parent or guardian's names listed on a phone bill to show proof of residency, as well as prior educational records, including IEPs or 504 plans. In the event that there's an available opening, parents and guardians of the students on the waiting list will be contacted according to their chronological number, as determined by the lottery. Waiting list will be maintained until January 30th. All students enrolled in the school are guaranteed a seat in the school the following year. For the 2025-2026 academic year, applications will be accepted beginning September 1st. The annual school lottery is conducted in April. I'm just providing an overview, general information about our admissions policy. We also have what we call New York State law requires that we offer an admission preference to applicants of Bronx Arts and Science Charter School, and it's in the following manner: our returning students, siblings applying, and or enrolled students. We also provide a staff preference, meaning children of employees may constitute no more than 15% of the school's total enrollment. Students who live within the Community School District 8, students who live outside of the Community School District 8. For our kindergarten age eligibility deadline, a charter school must enroll a student selected for admission to kindergarten based upon the student reaching the age of 5 by predetermined deadline within the academic year. So in accordance with the law, Bronx Arts and Science Charter School has established the annual cutoff date to be December 31st for kindergarten. All children must reach age 5 by this date to be eligible for enrollment. And we also have a similar residence age eligibility for our pre-K. In accordance with the New York City DOE guidelines, Bronx Arts and Science Charter School has established the annual cutoff date to be December 31st for pre-K. All children must reach age 4 by this date to be eligible for enrollment. I have to make a note: Office of Pupil Transportation, OPT, does not provide bus services for pre-K, and it's the same across citywide in New York City. So just to give you a little bit brief information what this lottery process is, we use a software. It's EduLottery. EduLottery is a state-approved software program that is used by charter schools across the country. The program selects students at random according to the following criteria. Siblings of current students, denoted by exclamation mark, have first priority. Staff preference: children of employees may constitute no more than 15% of the school's total enrollment, and this is denoted by the @ symbol, have a second priority. Residents of the district, denoted by the pound, have third priority. Non-residents of the district have fourth priority. We also do what's called a weighted lottery. Bronx Arts and Science is committed to serving a student body that reflects the diversity of its neighborhood. Bronx Arts and Science will use a weighting in its lottery for English language learners and students with disabilities. The weighting gives students who qualify 2 times the chance of getting it picked in the lottery than students who are not identified as ELLs or students with disabilities. This does not reserve or set aside seats for students in the preference category. It does not guarantee a seat. Students who meet the criteria will be given 2 tickets for the lottery, and it's denoted by 1. This is for all charter schools and even public schools. The law requires what's called a home language identification survey. Parents and guardians of new students are required by state law to fill out a home language identification survey and meet with school staff in person. This is to determine if your child qualifies for English language support, and conducting HLIS is mandated by New York State. You will receive the dates and times by our ENL team after the lottery. ENL stands for English as a New Language. To better serve your child's needs, please remember to communicate with the school team if your child currently has or is in the process of obtaining IEP. You can reach our special ed coordinator, Mrs. Lappy, at elappy@bronxcharter.org. Now, this is the these numbers are. Let me go over this slide really quick. Again, on your screen, you will see the available spots. We have the grade level, the number of applications, and the number of open spots. For pre-K, we have received 90 applications, and we have 72 open spots. Kindergarten, 128 applications, and we have 21 available spots. First grade, 24 applications have been received, and 9 open spots. Second grade, 25 applications have been received, and 7 open spots. And so forth for fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade. You can see the numbers of the amount of applications that we have received. In total, for pre-K to seventh grade is 263, and we have 147 open spots. This is important. Once the lottery is conducted, you will receive an email, and this is where you can go to our portal and keep track or progress or find out the status of your child's application or enrollment process. You will get this information in an email. Remember, sometimes I come across families who get a little disappointed or who may be, feeling sad because they haven't, they were not in the lottery acceptance. I do want to remind all of our families, all of our scholars, that not to give up on hope, because we did have families who were not in the lottery. However, as you all recall, it all depends on making sure the forms have been submitted, making sure that people do accept the lottery, and if not, we just go down through the waiting list. What you can do is, if you are in the waiting list, I highly recommend that you reach out to our main office, speak with our secretary, and get an update regularly. And the phone number is 718-823-1065. So, scholars, are you ready? I want to hear, are you ready? All right. Well, I do hope and pray that our scholars here, especially, wishing you all, everybody, and our scholars remotely, the best of luck. So, the first lottery, we will start with our pre K. On this screen right here, the lottery, you'll see the grade level our IT is going to choose, which is for pre K. He's going to upload the applicants for the Bronx primary, which is our pre K and kindergarten grade levels. Yep, you are absolutely correct. All right, so as you can see for pre K, we have 90 applications entered in the lottery and we have 72 open spots. He's going to submit, and these are the names, according to the lottery, that have been accepted into our pre-K program. If you see the number with letter A and your child's name on the screen, that means your child has been accepted into the school. Well, if you're in, you can celebrate. Yay! Okay, so that was the 72 spots that have been filled. Now we're going into the waiting list. So the W stands for waiting list. Okay, we conducted the lottery for the pre-K grade level. Anybody get it? Okay, oh, okay. So we only have one pre-K here? Okay, two? Okay, two. Did you get it? Okay. Now, my colleague here is going to show the results for the pre-K. We're just going to quickly scroll down the names. We'll see the first part will be the scholars who have been accepted, which will be the first 72. And then we'll go see the remaining on the list, which will be the scholars on the waiting list. So these are the results for our pre-K program. And these are the names of the scholars. You may want to zoom it for our families joining remotely. There you go. And then we can go slowly scroll down. All right, these are the scholars who have been accepted into pre-K, all the way up to 72. Congratulations to our scholars. And I do want to remind you, please remember to call the main office and follow up if your child is in the waiting list. There's always an opportunity. Now we're going into the waiting list. All right, and that concludes our pre-K lottery results. Next, we're going to run the lottery for our kindergarten program. Again, we have received 128 applications for kindergarten, and we have 21 open spots. And we are going to submit and run the lottery. And these are the names of the scholars who are being accepted in kindergarten. Now we're going to finish up with the waiting list. We're going all the way up to uh, remaining waiting lists. Again, if you see W next to the number and the name, the student's name, it indicates that your child is on the waiting list in the chronological order. For kindergarten, we only have 21 spots available. And if you see A next to the number, it means your child has been accepted to the program. And this concludes our kindergarten lottery, and then we will see the final list. Yeah, we can start from the top, all the way to top. Yeah. All right, again, A means accepted. Oh, we got accepted here? Congratulations. A1 all the way to A21 are the open spots that have been accepted through the lottery results. Now we're going into the waiting list. Scrolling down. Again, I cannot emphasize how much it's important to not lose hope. And it's really important to make sure you got the contact information. It's once a week I would recommend, even twice, to just give a call and follow up. We have an admissions policy and procedures. The person who won the lottery needs to accept it. Sometimes they may not accept it by the certain deadline, so they move on to the next one. So it's really important to follow up with our team, reach out to the main office, and inquire the status of your application. And we do have a long list of waiting list here. 108 going down. Is this final? Yeah. All right. Now we're going to our Bronx Elementary, meaning we're going to conduct lottery for first grade. We have received 24 applications for first grade, and we only have 9 available spots. And these are the scholars who have been accepted in the lottery, the first 9. Now we're going into the waiting list. And that concludes our lottery for first grade. And we'll see the final results, the document. These are the winners of the lottery for first grade, the first 9. And then we're going into the waiting list, wrapping it up. That concludes first grade. Now we'll go to second grade. Now for second grade, we have received 25 applications and we have 7 open spots. So here are the scholars that have been accepted for the first 7 spots. Now we're going into the waiting list. And this concludes our lottery for the second grade, and we'll see the final list results. All right, congratulations to our scholars. Again, please make note of it, and I encourage you to reach out to our main office. Have a good one. Congratulations. Thank you. Now we're going to conduct the lottery for third grade. We have received 35 applications and we have 4 spots available. This is the fourth grade. We're going to see the final results before we third grade. Third grade. Yeah, it's third grade. Yeah, third grade. 4 spots. We'll see the final list, the results for third grade. Again, 4 spots available, and then the waiting list. Congratulations to our scholars. Now we're going to fourth grade. Fourth grade, we received 17 applications, and we have 9 open spots. Again, A stands for acceptance, and W stands for waiting list. Now we're going into the waiting list after the first 9. This concludes the lottery for fourth grade, and we'll see the final results. Congratulations to our scholars. The first 9 are accepted, and the remaining are on the waiting list in chronological order. Now we're going to conduct the lottery for fifth grade. For fifth grade, 14. Okay. 14 applications and 6 open spots. Again, A stands for acceptance for the first 6, and then the remaining will be the waiting list. We'll see the final list for 5th grade, the results. Let's all take a look. Congratulations to our scholars. These are the 5th grade lottery results. The first 6 accepted, the remaining on the waiting list. Now we're going to move on to 6th grade to do the lottery. We have received 43 applications for 6th grade, and we have 11 open spots. Now we're going into the waiting list, wrapping it up. Again, those of you joined now, I want to remind you, if you see your child in the waiting list, please do not give up. Be hopeful, optimistic, and I do encourage our families to reach out to the main office to follow up and check the status of their application. And that concludes the lottery for 6th grade. And we're going to see the final results. Congratulations to our scholars. These are the first 11 that are accepted. And then now we're going into the waiting list. Next, we're going to do our 7th grade. We have been approved by the New York State Education Department to expand all the way up to 8th grade. So each year, we are going to be adding another grade level. So next year, we're going to have 7th grade. Then the following year, we'll have 8th grade, which means that our student body is expanding and growing with us as we grow and expand. And our goal eventually is to open up a high school. Now we are conducting the lottery for 7th grade. We have received 15 applications and there are 8 open spots. Now we'll see the final list, the results for 7th grade, and this will be the last grade level for the lottery. Again, congratulations to our scholars, the first 8 that are accepted, and then the remaining are the waiting list. And that concludes our lottery. So let's give a round of applause to our scholars who are here and at home that have won the lottery. Congratulations to them. We are very excited. More information will be sent out by our database. You'll receive an email and you will receive the next steps as to what needs to happen. Again, I do encourage our families to reach out and speak with our main office team This is the number here, 718-823-1065. You can also send an email to admissions@bronxcharter.org if you have any questions. And with that, I thank everybody for coming and joining us and being part of this exciting moment, a memorable moment. Again, I encourage our families who have children or scholars in the waiting list to do to reach out and speak with our team and to follow up on the status of their application. With that, thank you all and have a wonderful evening.